What's going on, guys? The classic spot. So you're gonna see a lot more videos during the day, which is cool because I'm trying to do that. Because now I wake up earlier and then I'm working overtime right now, so I get home at 2:30 a.m. There's not much time to do videos and edit it. I'm trying to get more hours of sleep than 3. I've been getting 4. The caffeine's been helping. That's why I'm awake as fuck right now. But other than that, life's good, you know? Just a quick little appreciation for the life that we live, you know? Let's go over here. Let's get a little view in, huh? As always, namaste Liddy is a titty. You guys better be out there chasing your dreams or acting towards it. Because that's as cliche as it's become. No one's gonna do it for you, right? It's true. We gotta just do it ourselves. Make the most out of every moment, but at the same time, making the most out of every moment to make sure you're on the timeline that you wish to be on, you know? Making your music, starting that business, whatever it is, it's gonna get you to where you wanna be more so in your life. And obviously it all starts with taking a meditation, a breath, your awareness back to your breath, to your heart center. Because how is it gonna, it's not gonna be easy creating what you want from a thinking, from a, you know, a mind so clogged of thoughts, and that's why you gotta call your awareness back and chill, you know? But this video around is about, I thought that was a bee. I was like, what the fuck? Just about how being emotionally attached to someone, but too much, like in a toxic way, right? And usually it's not even them that you're attached to, it's the pattern that they represented. It's a familiar energy dynamic. You got used to something that they are representing. You know, in a way, it's like you've normalized that energy in your nervous system for so long that it became a part of you. You made an identity out of it. So it could be hard to let this person go. But I'm here to remind you, it doesn't gotta be that way. Because it's when you let go that you can allow for yourself to heal, to meet yourself at a deeper level, and then actually attract, you know, a connection that isn't draining you and that is gonna meet you where you have met yourself, you know what I mean? Like, that's meeting you where you're at, not half-assing it, you know? You just gotta give it patience, but as long as you're doing your part, healing yourself, realizing the patterns and people that aren't serving you, it's gonna be okay. It's only when we entertain over and over again the people and things in our life that aren't clearly for us that it gets hard, you know? That you're creating resistance. So, just let it go. You know what I mean? Sometimes we say we miss someone, but what we're really missing isn't the person, it's the emotional pattern that they were reflecting. You know, the push and the pull, the highs and the lows, the feeling of finally being seen and then losing it again. But when you cut that energetic connection, your nervous system finally gets, you know, calm, some peace. And the calm can feel strange, because it can feel strange when your body is used to chaos, right? Your nervous system is familiarized. What the fuck was that? Big ass siren, damn. That was loud as fuck. And then it just turned off. But yeah, your nervous system is familiarized with it, so it could be hard at first, you know what I mean? But if think of it this way. If love growing up was inconsistent, unpredictable, and conditional, your system learned that intensity equals connection, and it doesn't. So now when you experience peace, your body doesn't register it as love. It's familiar. So it's like, well, what is this? I'm used to toxic shit. And unfamiliarity feels unsafe to a nervous system that learned to survive in emotional storms. You know what I mean? That's why healthy love can feel boring at first. Not because it lacks depth, but because it lacks drama. You know, real connection isn't a roller coaster, it's a grounded presence. I thought I just stepped on shit, but we're chilling. You know, it's not chasing, it's choosing. It's not proving your worth to get love, it's knowing your worth and allowing the love to meet you there. So if you've cut a toxic partner and now everything feels quieter, you didn't lose passion, you didn't lose connection, you just left survival mode. That toxic shit. And your body is merely just learning what peace feels like again. You know, that's not emptiness, that's healing, that's home. And it's like, it sucks that a lot of people are used to this toxic shit. They would rather stay in it because they're so used to it. And so they'll go off and on with their partner just because it's something that they're familiar with. Like, I had a friend back in the day. She would always complain to me about how her boyfriend doesn't love her, doesn't know how to love her, you know, she doesn't feel seen, this and that. I'm like, bro, just break up with her. She would stay with them. They're still together. It's been fucking 7 years. And she'll still post on the story that, I wish I was just loved. Like, bro, then leave. You're with this motherfucker for 7 years. Clearly toxic. You look drained. You don't even look like light anymore. You look like I don't know, like, you know, like you need to sleep more. You need to eat better. It's hard to do that though, huh? Because you're allowing yourself to be drowned. But it's like, at the end of the day, you can't help everyone, you know? They need to want it themselves. It's like that saying, you can lead a horse to drink water or whatever the fuck, but you can't, you know? You can't make them. And so they're so familiarized with it that they don't want to leave, they just stay. But what happens is when you finally let that shit go, you'll feel better, you'll feel emotions that you've been suppressing yourself to feel. You'll allow yourself to feel higher frequencies emotions. You'll meet yourself at a deeper level because before they were blocking that from happening because of the shit that you're around, the people you're around, the person that you're with. You know, you're gonna feel lighter, you're gonna find more peace. You're gonna come home to yourself. You're gonna feel more grounded and present because you came home to yourself instead of entertaining someone that was just draining your peace and taking yourself away. Because I'm telling you guys, the more you entertain someone or something that's not for you, you're just self-abandonment, you know? It's self-abandoning. It's not good. How do you expect to create the reality that you want if you're just continuously self-abandoning yourself, you know? You're not gonna be able to. Newsflash. So you gotta cut the connection. And unfamiliarity doesn't mean that it's bad. And just because it's familiar doesn't mean it's good or safe. So fuck it if it's familiar, it doesn't matter. It's just that you are so used to this toxic shit. And then sometimes maybe subconsciously you'll think that that's only what you're worthy of. You're not worthy of bad stuff, you're worthy of good. And when you get used to getting into situations you're not comfortable with or familiar with, you'll feel better. You'll attract more stuff that align with this frequency that you're finally embodying because you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable enough to step into the unknown. Because it's in the unknown where the magic happens, right? Where the new stuff can come into your life. So cut that cord. Cut that cord. And when you do that, you'll begin to meet yourself at a deeper level. And when you meet yourself at a deeper level, that's again when the new connections that are not toxic can meet you. All you had to do was cut the cord and love yourself. Because the more you love yourself and focus on the connection of yourself, the more you become more magnetic and attractive, and you will attract these people that are for you, that are not toxic or draining. You just have to stop settling and thinking that you need this connection in order to feel whole and complete. You don't. You already are whole and complete without them. And when you remember that, it's going to be easier to cut the cord and, you know, leave this toxic shit, because you know that either way you're good. You don't need their approval or validation. You just needed your own approval and love, and that's enough. And then from there you'll meet people who can give you that love that you've given, because you deserve the love that you give, right? Nothing less. So cut that shit out, guys. This was just a quick video, a reminder to not settle for less. You deserve better, especially going through your spiritual awakening. Hell yeah, you deserve better. Namaste, Lydia Zatiti, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy life. Get out there, create. Breathe.